Primate Cage. I want to show you some of the features and benefits of the cage and how to operate some of the things. I know it can be intimidating because there's a lot of locks, a lot of doors, and a lot of panels, but we'll go through them one by one and we'll show you how to get the best use out of these cages. I do apologize due to the pandemic. We don't have our usual crew here, so I'm flying solo, and I'm going to have to work the camera and do the talking at the same time, so please bear with me. Okay, let's first talk about how to manipulate the panels inside the cages, which allow for the 5 stages of horizontal socialization. You have control rod doors, which are on each side of each cage, and when you open them, you find our levers, which are used to manipulate the panels inside. I'm going to show you this little notch here, and that notch is to be placed on the sheet metal edge here. And that's so the panel stays in place while the door is open, and then where the primate might be trying to manipulate them with you, and this will kind of prevent him from doing that until you can get this door closed. So you can go ahead and manipulate all the panels and all the top and bottom cages and get whatever configuration of socialization you would like. There's a clear panel, there's a solid panel for no socialization, there's a grooming bar panel, and then there's also full socialization, of course, and then the finger touch panels in the rear, which is when you bring all your panels forward between the 2 cages. First thing I want to go over is the locking system so that you can put the cages together, open panels, open floors, and create different scenarios every day for your primates to keep them happy. Once the cages are where you want them, go ahead, press the black pedal. That'll lock not only the brake for the wheel, but also the swivel. Keeps the cages pretty stable. All right, feeders. Feeders are locked in place by a single lock. It cannot be held in the rear position. You simply put this edge of the feeder to the folded edge of the sheet metal, open the lock, and now it's secure. You can see that there's a blood draw hole that's accessible when the feeder is removed. This is normally their feeding hole. This hole is blocked by the feeder panel when the feeder is in place. All right, let's take a look at the enrichment panel. Here's your card holder, and you have 2 locks that keep the panel up in place. So go ahead and disengage the locks, bring them down, place your fleece, cookies, or honey on this tray here, lock it back up and let the primates pick through that hole, and it'll keep them from grabbing the cookies or whatever treat you put in there and just consuming them in short order. Guillotine door. You have a lock, and it will automatically engage every time the door comes down by whatever means. You have a padlock hole here that you can use to keep the lock from being activated inadvertently by anyone, including the primate. Now, to open the door, I suggest this technique. Unlock the door, place your hand up here, thumb under the top of the door. You can either grab here or here. My hand's large enough I can grab up here. And then just pull up to get the door started. Now, guillotine doors are designed so that they're supposed to stay up when they're in a 45-degree position like this. And this one will. Okay, the weight of the door sees that it happens like that. But we've put a special tab here for you by request, and you push that into the tongue, and now the door is totally secure, and you don't have to worry about it falling on your arms or your head while you're maybe doing some husbandry procedures with your primates. To disengage, just pick it back up, let the weight of the door fall slowly down, and let it re-engage. All right, to access the pan, there's a panel here in the top and the bottom cage with two locks. Manipulate the lock down and slide the pan out. To access the vertical socialization feature known as the rabbit hole, you've got to first remove the pan. Now this flap will automatically come up by itself, and that's to prevent the monkey from coming out at you or sticking an arm out at you while you're doing the rabbit hole manipulation. So there's two swing tabs that you need to move over. You got to take the feeder off, bring this panel up, and now you can turn the rabbit hole. Once you have it opened or closed, go ahead and put the panel back. Turn your swing tabs. Now there's another swing tab on here that's really important, and it's this one. This swing tab holds the whole floor assembly in from coming out at you, and that's going to be important to have down at all times, especially when you have this door up and you're rotating the rabbit hole, because the primate could possibly generate enough force to pull push the floor back at you. So keep this closed. Now the rabbit hole is totally removable for wash down or in any other kind of situation where you want to have vertical socialization unencumbered. So go ahead and bring this up, and now the whole floor system will come out. That makes it easy to clean inside the wash area, or even to give the primates full access to the cage without any kind of floor in between. All right, let's go over your squeeze backs. Squeeze backs have two locks, conveniently located at the bottom for the top cage, and at the top, the bottom cage makes reaching for them a little easier. So these do have a detent where you can lock them open, and that may be what you want to do. And you can bring the squeeze back forward. Now I have the door open to show you that there's a V here that's used to isolate the primate to one side or the other. And that keeps him from skirting out of your reach as you got him squeezed up.